I am at Tom's Carpet Outlet. I'm with the owner, Tom Pukenas. Tom, how you doing?
Doing well, doing well.
Now, you learned the carpet business at really the Institute of Higher Learning in this business in Dalton.
Learned it sweeping the floors, yes.
Talk about that. So you started floor.
Yeah, I really did. I was, be honest with you, I got out of college and I was working another job. And I had a buddy of mine, he called me and he knew I was broke, which I was. And he said, would you want to work at a carpet store on the weekends, just, you know, doing work there? And I said, well, what would it entail? Just sweeping floors, carrying stuff out. I said, sure. I was broke, I was hungry. I said, yeah, I'll do it. So I would work my regular job Monday through Friday, and Saturday, Sunday, going to the carpet store. And it got to the point where I liked the carpet job better than my regular job. And I think I did it for maybe 6 months, and they said, hey, would you want to work here full time? I said, yeah, I'd like to. And I like interacting with people, and you know, I graduated from carrying things out to waiting on customers, which was nice. But yeah, even to this day, you still do a little bit of everything. We're going to wait on customers and sweep the floor and whatever's got to be done. That's what you do, you know. And I like that. I like doing from top to bottom. I'm good with that.
Well, this is a fast-moving place, there's no question.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, there's people come in and they want to be waited on and they want to take stuff out with them. And, you know, well, like we talked about earlier, we do a little bit of everything. We install. And we have people that want to install their own carpet, so they'll take it with them, and we're good with that. So I have people literally bring me a piece of paper with room sizes. Will you cut these 6 sizes for me and mark them? And I'm going to do it because I know Home Depot and Lowe's won't do it, so I want to do the extras. So sure, I'll do it. Back your truck up, I'll cut them, I'll mark them, I'll load them, and we do a lot of that. But keeps you in good shape. I don't have to go work out at night.
So you're primarily cash and carry?
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, but a lot of installation too. So yeah, I mean, a lot of people take it with them, but we do a whole lot of installation and carpet, hardwood, vinyl, a lot of LV plank. So. And
you have installers you work with on a regular basis?
We have like 5 different crews that we keep pretty busy. So, so it's a good mixture of people taking it with them and us installing it, and we'll go out and measure, you know, things like that. But, oh, yeah, that's a big part is the installation. But,
and the outfit you worked for in Dalton was a cash and carry?
Well, I didn't work in Dalton. I worked right here in East Ridge. I never did work in Dalton.
Oh,
but the man was out of Dalton and had a place in Dalton, but I worked literally 200 yards down the street, so I've graduated 200 yards up the road, I guess, as far as I got. You know.
So how long have you been doing this on your own?
On my own for 13 years.
I see.
And I worked for the other place for 21 years.
So it was natural for you to go into a cash and carry?
Yeah, we're really doing the same thing we did, but the man I worked for passed away, and I didn't, you know, I didn't mind working for him, but I really didn't want to work for somebody for the rest of my life. I figured 21 years, I had my apprenticeship was long enough, and it was time to do something on my own, and I was still fairly young at the time, and I thought it's now or never, and I just decided I wanted to try it. And that's the hardest thing I ever did, because that's
do it yourself.
Easy to say it. Everybody talks about it. I've had tons of people said, "Oh, I should have went in with you. I should have done that." Well, saying it's one thing. Going out and borrowing the money and going to bed at night worrying if you're going to make it or not, it's tough. Very tough to you know, to do that. And to be honest with you, I wasn't comfortable for probably 3 years. After about 3 years, I knew we were going to be okay. But you know, you have a couple good weeks and you think everything's great, and then you have a couple bad weeks and you think you're not going to make it. You know, and it's really kind of iffy. And even after 21 years of doing it, there's no guarantees.
It's still iffy.
Sure.
Well, I guess you're on the other side of the recession and this recovery, so that says something.
I hope, yeah, because a lot of people didn't make it, but my theory's always been to stay lean. You know, you have to just keep expenses down, and I'm here every day working. I don't have I'm not sitting in some ivory tower just barking out the orders. I'm here on my hands and knees cutting things like everybody else, you know, and I don't have a huge payroll, because that's what I think got a lot of people. You got a lot of expenses, a lot of high rent, a lot of payroll. It's tough when things get slow, and we're small, and sometimes smaller is better.
Yeah.
You know? So you just have less expenses, so you don't get in too much trouble when things get slow. Because if you're a big outfit, you got a couple hundred people and things get slow. I can't imagine how that'd be tough.
Well, you're in a middle class area here, I guess.
Correct.
And talk about your customer. Who are your customers?
You know, we've got a good mixture, in my opinion. We do a lot of you know, men and women, just regular. I call them regular people. But we'll do some apartments. We'll do some retirement homes. We've got some builders. We do a lot of rental property owners. And there's a lot of rental property around here, and I probably have I don't know, maybe even 100 people that have rental property that come in here, and I bet we know half our customers on a first name basis, which is kind of good. And they'll come in here, they'll buy, either carpet or vinyl or whatever, but the rental property just keeps on keeping on. It really doesn't know recession because somebody moves out.
And you install that normally too?
Normally, yes. Some people have their own installers, and sometimes we do it. So once again, a good mixture there. But yeah, so that keeps us going too.
Okay.
And then on weekends, you'll see more couples come in, and because they're off and they might want something for their home. Through the week, you see the rental property crowd. You don't see them on weekends. On weekends, you see it's just a different crowd. You see more couples come in, or usually that's how it is.
So you've got roll goods, you've got lots of remnants, you got rugs. People come in here looking for a deal, I guess.
Oh yeah, everybody wants a deal. Everybody, and that's good, and they should get one. And I do the same thing. Maybe we'll buy something discontinued. It was $10 a yard, I can get it for $6 or whatever the case may be, and I'll pass it on to the customer. Say, look, this is a pretty expensive product, but I got a good deal on it. Of course, that's the color. If you want to get pickier, we go through the books and order you something, but it just costs more. Running line costs more than a special. But I love buying specials because we know the value, we know what things cost. If you can get it for under the normal cost, why not? And a lot of people come through here, oh, I want a deal, I want a deal. Well, that's good. So we need to provide the deal, and so we're out looking for deals, just like they come in here looking for a deal.
So then you're one of the people that the mills call when they have discontinued.
Well, the sales reps. Yeah, you get a lot of small time sales reps come through here with some of the smaller mills, and they say, hey, this is discontinued. I got some guys work for a bunch of different companies. They'll bring carpet from maybe a hotel job, and they got 2 rolls left over. And because I'll never forget, the guy came by one day. He said, "This carpet's $30 a yard." I said, "Well, not anymore." I think we paid $5 for something like, it's left over. I mean, what are you going to do with it? So something like that too. And it's always different. Just your different people have different things. But we look for, since we make our own rugs, which is a huge part of our business, we're looking for patterns and prints and things like that. And I don't care if it's left over from a job. Who cares? And and you sell it, you cut it up, and you move on to the next item.
So you've got a lot of, I saw some higher end product out there. You've got a lot of commercial right behind me here. So those end up mostly in rugs?
Yeah, I mean, almost everything ends up in a rug unless we sell the entire roll. Like I say, you start out with a 200-foot roll. When you get down to the last 8, 10, 12 feet, we bind it and put it on the wall and sell it. We'll make certain size rugs, and the rugs really sell well, especially with hardwood floors being so popular now. I mean, hardwood floors, I'm a big hardwood floor fan. We sell hardwood floors, but they get a little chilly in the winter, and you need to put something down. And you get a nice little pattern rug, and we'll put borders around them and things like that, and then we bind them, and we'll make ovals, round rugs. A guy had one an octagon one day. Whatever you want, we'll do it,
And you've got your own table, which is
got our own binding
not
table.
a lot of retailers have their own table.
Right. It's a lot of work, and it is. It's that binding's a lot of work. But I mean, I like personally. I'm the kind of guy that likes to stay busy. I'd rather be doing that than just sitting around waiting for the next customer to come through the door. We always have something to do. We always have rugs to buy, either for ourselves or customs or whatever. And I enjoy that.
You said you're on your hands and knees cutting rugs
every day.
Cutting carpet for rugs
every day.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I have no problem because anybody that works for me, I expect them to do it, and they see me doing it, so. They shouldn't have a problem doing it if I'm doing it. And but yeah, I just like to keep busy. It makes the day pass, and obviously you do make more money, which is the ultimate goal.
Yeah,
but I mean,
the whole idea.
I just can't sit around here and read the paper all day waiting for somebody to walk through the door. So I would rather keep busy, and that's a good way to keep busy. And it's a good setup. If I've got 4 guys working, if nobody's here, we'll bind carpet. We get real busy, we come down, wait on customers. So we try to, you just do what needs to be done that day.
So the number of people walking through your front door, I mean, I interview lots of retailers, and one of the big problems, hey, there's not as many people walking through the front door. How about you? It seems like your operation would need to have more traffic than your average full-service retail store. Would you say that?
Well, I mean, we probably have more customers come through because we sell a lot of smaller items.
Yeah.
Like we sell a lot of rugs, and a lot of stores don't sell rugs. So I may have people always ask me, "What's your average sale?" I've got mats over there for $2, and we may have a $5,000 whole house that we sell, or so we may have more sales. We have a lot of small sales, a lot of $20, $30, $40 rug sales.
But you have more traffic because of that. You have smaller average ticket.
Definitely. Oh yeah, I think so. And I think that helps because that's my theory. If people learn about who you are and where you are when they buy that $50 to $80 rug, and then they want to do hardwood in a room or carpet their house, at least they know you, they've been to your store, they're more apt to come back.
So what kind of advertising? How do people know about you?
I've got a friend of mine that she was in the advertising business for years and years, and I kind of hired her on part-time to do my advertising for me, because I've kind of learned through the years you've got to kind of, you just can't do it all. I used to get up early in the morning and drive my truck to Dalton to pick the stuff up. And then I'd come home at night, sell all day, come home at night and do the books. And I didn't have enough time, so I finally learned through the years. I've got someone to drive my truck now. My wife does all my book work and payroll, because there's that's the thing people don't ever see. They think, oh, there's nothing to this. There's a lot to this, because there's a lot of paperwork, tons of paperwork that people don't see. And I've got that taken care of. And now I've got a girl that does my advertising for me. And we'll do a little radio, a little TV, a little newspaper, and then I have a website. And, you try to do things for people. You might sponsor, a football team, want you to put a banner up, things like that. You're part of the community, so you try to do certain things like that. But ordinarily, just your traditional TV, radio, newspaper, and the website, primarily. I
would say most retailers do not sell rugs. And so you've got to be selling rugs for a lot of the flooring they sell around Chattanooga, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I think so, yes. I think we have over 1,000 rugs bound in stock, 1,000. And it took us quite a few years to get to that point, because it's a lot of work. You're literally, you're on your hands and knees, you cut them, and you bind them. But I like buying roll goods. We're not a cut order store. We buy rolls. Obviously, you get a better price. So I think that's a big advantage to have rolls versus just sit here and order an 82-foot cut. I'll order the 100-foot roll, and I'll put the rest on the wall, and you're saving $1, $1.50, $2 a yard by buying rolls. That's my theory. To buy it, you can get it cheaper. You can sell it cheaper because people shop, and if you're less expensive, you'll have more business. And I like having things in stock. I just think and plus, like we talked about earlier, people pull up, they want to take it with them. They don't want to order it and come back next Tuesday. They want to take it today. So I try to have a lot of lower end items in the store, and if they want to order something nicer, we'll go pick it up, have it here in 1 or 2 days.